Hello and welcome back to my another video. Today I'm going to share some more ES6 features. So let's start with the default parameters. So the definition of default parameters is a way to set default values for function parameters. And the benefits of default parameters is like to make your code more cleaner. Also, it will be easier to read and there will be less bugs. So here is a traditional way how we can define the default value of a function arguments. So here this function there is argument called name, and if you don't pass the value of name when call this function, then the name can be undefined. And if and you might put additional check here, like if the name equal undefined, then you need to set the name equal John. So here John is like the default value. So this is the traditional way to handle the default, to set the default values of a method or of a function arguments. Now, if you would like to apply the default parameters approach, you can define the default value of a parameters like this way. So you don't need to put any additional logic here, right? So this is the beauty of the default parameters ES6 features. So that's all about the default parameters approach. Now I'm going to discuss about object literals. So the definition of object literals is a way to create objects and in a less repetitive way. So if I write like in a less repetitive way, in a less repetition and less bugs will be produced. So what is it? Like here is a traditional way of examples. Like I said the name John and age 25. And if I would like to create a object called person, which which contains two literals, one is called name and another is called age, and then you can write it like this way, like name age and age. So this is the traditional way. Here you can see name appears twice, also age appears twice. So there is a repetition of name and age literals here. Now, if you would like to follow the ES6 object literals, then you can write it like this way. So this is the same meaning, like this code and this code produce the same results. But this code is now more cleaner and there is no repetition of any literals here. So this is another beauty of the ES6 object literals features. Now I am going to discuss about the another popular ES6 features is called promise. So before going to that, I would like to discuss about the asynchronous and the synchronous concept in JavaScript, because this asynchronous and synchronous concept is closely related with the promises. So what is it? So synchronous, basically synchronous code is executed line by line. So that is called synchronous, and you can say like this is single threaded. So only one code is only one code is executed on the time. And what about the asynchronous? So asynchronous, basically the code is executed at the same time, or you can consider it as a parallel or multi-threaded. So what is it? If I consider an example of a synchronous concept, like here I write two console log. One console log denotes like the start and another console log is end. So basically the first one is executed first, then the second one will be executed. So this code will be executed line by line. So this is not, it's not like that, like console log is start and console log end executed at the same time. So this is not happen in the synchronous code. So that things will be happened on the asynchronous code. Like here I write like example on like console log start, and then I put a set timeout. So it means when it execute start, then there is a then it will wait for 2 seconds. Then the following line will be executed. And if I write the same code here, so if I consider another example, Like let's say I call two API using fetch. One API fetch the user's data and another API fetch the profile data of a user. Let's say that user ID is 30. So basically, this is a asynchronous operation, and this is also an asynchronous operation, and this will be executed at the same time, and it will take some times as well. So this code is not blocked. This code. So this is the asynchronous operations. Now I am going to discuss about the promises. So what is the definition of promises? So promises is a way to handle the asynchronous operations. So here I already mentioned, like, this is an asynchronous operation. This is also an asynchronous operation. So promises is a nice features of ES6. So to handle this kind of asynchronous operations. So the asynchronous operations, basically, as I already mentioned, like, it takes some time to complete, and the promises has three states. Like one is called pending, fulfilled, and rejected. And promise has two outcomes, resolved and rejected. And promise has two methods called then and catch. And then is called when a promise is resolved. Catch when it's called when a promise is rejected. And promise has two arguments, resolve and reject. And resolve is called when a promise is resolved, and reject is called when a promise is rejected. And promise has one argument, which is data, and data is the result of async operation. So after when the async operation is fulfilled, then you can get the result as a data. Now, the benefits of promises is like to make your code more cleaner and also easier to read, and it will produce less bugs. So the tradition. So here is the example of to handle the promises. You can say, like, I write a async method called get data, and it returns a promise like this. Here I already mentioned, like, it has two parameters, like two arguments called resolve and reject. And here is I put a set timeout, and it will resolve the data. It will try to resolve the data after 1 second. And here I would like to call this async method, and here is the concept, like dot then it will return data, then dot then, like after resolve this method, after resolved this return statement, then it will come to this, then also it will execute at this then. So this is the concept of handling the promises. So that's all about today, about those nice ES6 features. Hopefully, I'll share more ES6 features in my next video. So till then, thank you. And if you like my video, then please subscribe my channel. So thank you.